I'd heard about it before I ever moved to town, so when I arrived in Ann Arbor last January, I was so excited that a physical LGBT bookstore, which is pretty rare here throughout North America, I think there's very few, was actually here right in my own backyard. It's such an amazing space to actually have a physical location where you can look at print books. You know, with the rise of Amazon and the internet, it's just very difficult for any bookstore to make it, especially one that is sort of a special interest here. And it's really a great loss to the community. I know people who come in from all over Michigan, and I've had friends in from states away who always want to see this place just because it is so unique.
First come to Common Language in the early 90s when I lived in Flint, and the local bookstore in Flint had like half a shelf of LGBT literature at all, and I think that had to be fought for. So to come to Ann Arbor and like come to a bookstore that was all queer and had all queer materials was just really an oasis.
I personally am maybe old-fashioned, but I do like books, and I do like LGBTQ bookstores as places also for the community to gather and to, you know, feel safe and to browse around and chat with other people, and so these are community places, and so I think Amazon doesn't really cater for that very much.
Yeah, I mean, I was really shocked when I heard about it. I went to school for literature, and so I'm like really big into like reading novels, and so that's why I would come here to find like really interesting like LGBT theory and novels. And I think that, you know, because I know like in New York City that there's like the bookstores there are closed too, they're LGBT bookstores, so it's really like sad to see that like it also like affects like Ann Arbor, this kind of lack of people going to physical bookstores anymore.
These were places where people could find themselves in various, you know, print pages at the time, but they would also find each other. You know, it was a place to kind of, you know, they served as many community centers before we had kind of organized, people organized to come together to form community centers.
You know, it's we've got until the very end of the year here, so if you're interested, come on in, come on down, and help out these guys in their last couple of days here, and sad to see it go, but very grateful that it exists.